Okay, hello dear friends. Let me continue to try to blah blah blah. Are we in the right Zoom? I think so. So this one is about relationship and continue with that relationship. And everyone has a burden, as we previously has a burden. You need to get rid of the burden, and if you love, you want to live a life that deserve your one out of a gazillion chance of life, and love passionately, and do what you need to do, and be prepared to take consequence of your decision. And if things turn out to be wrong, take the consequence of it. We cannot have everything always as what we planned. This is a part of the universe. There are sometimes things come out of control. Nobody can avoid it. Even the smartest people, they cannot avoid it. They have bad times, same as you and I. And one friend said that after marriage, do we deteriorate, or are we weakening our love and is our love fading away? One thing. And after having children, will this person still love me? I think having children is one of the bonding, the strongest bonding that we get together. You and your husband, you and your partner, you and your wife get stronger enough, because having children is such a beautiful thing that nothing can compare. And I'm sorry for the background noise. And the important thing to keep loving, lasting, is not that you have children, he will not love you. It's the consequence of having children and you do not care about yourself. So I come back to this point. Before having children, when we are at the very best of ourselves, when we are single, that is the fact. That is a fact. You know when to eat, you know what to eat, you know when to go shopping, you know what to buy. You do not need to make compromise, and you can totally make decision, and you make the best decision according to your biological clock, according to your desire, according to your economic situation, and so totally self-centered. You can make the best decision for yourself. And after marrying, or after having boyfriend, girlfriend, is a different thing. You can still live your independent life. You can still have distance between the two lives. But after marrying, you eat at the same place, on the same table, and you sleep in the same bed. And you do things, weekend you do things, you are confined into your house, no matter how big or how small it is. You are confined into this place. You lose a lot of freedom. So the important thing is that you have your freedom, you have your own time of doing your things. You can make decision what to eat, not what not to eat. We are so oftentimes just too kind to compromise. Anyway, after having children, my thought is distracted by the noise. But having children between you and your partner, these two complete energy set, you will have a new energy set. You will have a new circle of cloud somewhere. And you and your partner have a perfect bubble of where the distance is. And the new set coming in will interfere with both your bubble. Your bubble will be squished. His bubble will be squished. And you will feel not comfortable to begin with. And sometimes this center of interest, the child, may take very much of your time, so that your partner feel that he is ignored. He is being ignored because you put too much attention. And because you take so much attention, put so much attention to the child, you forget about yourself. You do not wash up, make yourself pretty. You do not dress beautifully. And you eat the leftover of the kids, which what I do, I eat the leftover of the kids, but I make sure. But we need to make sure, if we want to be happy, keep the family close together, you need to love. Love starts from loving yourself. And unconditionally, love your family, love your children, and love yourself. If you are pretty, you are happy, you have your ability, you have your job or not, you do not lose your self-independence and confidence. You are a beautiful person with a child. This is nothing can compare. Your partner, because you give your partner a child, because your partner will be just so grateful because you bring out a new life, which is the crystallization of the love of the two of you. Nothing can break it. Make sure you love yourself. Okay, before or after children, one important thing is loving. With love, you come out the respect, and always respect. Respect your partner and have fear. Have always be afraid and live in this, at the back of your mind, you always think, what if I did something? What if I do something? He will not love me. He will divorce me. He will leave me. You need to have this fear. If you think, okay, he's nothing. If he leaves me, I can live my life totally, absolutely happy without him. You definitely do not need to live with another person. You need to have this fear. It's not because you are a woman you need to have this fear. You are a man, you also need to have this fear. This is on equal ground. No matter you are a man or woman, leaving this person and leaving this person without this person, you cannot live, and you cannot live equally happy life. You need to have this fear, this awe. Love is such a beautiful thing. You have this in awe of love, in awe of this relation, and in awe of the presence of this person. That is important. You always have something back of your mind that is wrong. It's scary if this relationship break up. You may have different opinion on it, but I keep it very strongly. Both of us have to have this respect and have this scare and this fear of if that thing does not go right. Okay? Another thing, fear and fair. We are not perfect. Your partner is not perfect. I am from a family background which is totally different from his family background. It's not because you and I and him are from different country. Even if you are from the same country, you are from different location of the country, from east, west, middle, from where you have totally different story, family story. Even if you are from the same location, your mom is your mom, his mom is his mom, and his family life and your family life is totally different. It's different So some people say some racial relationship and racial marriage, it's not a big deal if you know. It's two souls, if they match each other or not. It's not about your skin color, your language. It's not about that. It's more about the essence of yourself and the essence of your partner. And make it fair. He has a habit of cleaning up, and I have a habit of being messy. Try to improve yourself. And if totally cannot improve, then make an agreement that I live my life, you live your life. And also, when you have love and respect, you can tolerate, you can forgive other people. We live very different life. We have very different habits. We have different eating habit, cleaning habit, walking habit, planning habit. We live together. Why? Because we respect each other. Because we are scared. We are scared if something went wrong. We have to safeguard our relation. We have to secure. We have to do everything to preserve, to keep and to maintain that relation. There are times we live in good time, and there are times we live in bad time. We have stress, we have frustration, we have our friends getting sick, family problem, financial problem, job problem, losing job, the boss is not nice, your employee, your lower level is not nice, and the bully and work just does not turn out right. We have all kinds of stress, and we have this baggage in us. Come back home, you need to give each person its own personal space, its own bubble, and do not interfere. Sometimes you can discuss, and there are times you cannot discuss about his or her job. It's his business. He needs quietly to digest. Some people like to discuss, some people do not like to discuss, some people like to shut up. Shut up maybe is not a good word. Some shut down and preserve themselves and in a quiet place. Give people this place and understand each other, understand the other person. So what I have all said comes from kindness. When you have kind heart and good will, things will turn good. Without kindness, without goodwill, that thinking good of the other person, it will not stay. Better finish it quick, finish it early, finish it pain, but better finish it. Okay. Another thing about fate. I am kind of a fatal person, fatal. No. In Chinese it's a 宿命. I do not know the English word. Maybe I need to 宿命. Let me check dictionary and see if I can find some words, some dictionary in 宿命论. Start from Chinese to English. 宿命论，宿命 fate. Okay, 宿命论，宿命论 on fate. Okay, no, 论宿命，宿命论 fatalism. Okay, so I'm more or less fatalism. Okay, another thing is about forgiving people and how to keep up the relation. And this might be too much a big topic. You and I have a relation only for this long time. You and he has this relation only have this length of time. And people and people, the relation is all fate. You have a relation, you have a fate with your child for holding him for 3 years, let's say 4 or 5 years. And beyond that, you hold still at 6 years old, you hold him, it does not look good. I think there was one time I watched a video, there was on TV show, there was one guy, 14 years old, and a mom, they sleep together. It's just beyond our normal understanding. I feel it is wrong. And the child has a fate of being with you until he's 18. Then he will be on his own. Maybe he needs some longer time to find a job, or right now the job market is such situation. But that's a fate that you can control his life. And you and your partner's relation, it's a fate. It's already decided. So if you cannot live as long as eternity, maybe that's just a fate. What you can do, make the best of every day you have. And if there is something coming out not right, maybe that's just a fate. Maybe you and your partner could only live together for 20 years, for 10 years, for 1 year, for 5 years, for that certain number of years. There are people live together until they finish their life, die a few minutes away. That's legend. And that's our dream, but not everybody can realize that dream. So we have only this amount of time together. Open your heart and do not hang on to the old. I have my regret. I have my regret. You have your regret. Look forward to see the future. I think I need to do another video about forgiving. It's my mind is a little bit distracted by the noise, by people coming in, and I will do it later. Okay, come back to the point. Marriage does not mean the end of your love. Love goes stronger with marriage, with understanding each other. The condition is that you always love, respect, and fear, and fire, and fair, and understand. Love yourself. Loving comes from loving yourself and loving the person you love. And gifting with your heart. Could be physical, could be word, and could be just a hearty smile. I understand, and you understand.